Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. So this video will proceed to the STPM Biology Semester 3 Chapter 14, the last topic. So the last topic is conservation of biodiversity. Pemeliharaan biodiversity in Malaysia. So last video I explained about the threat to biodiversity. So ada ancaman kami sebagai human, kami kena cari penyelesaiannya untuk memeliharakan biodiversity di negara kita. So we have to find the ways to conserve our biodiversity. So this memang the last topic lah. So finally the last topic for this chapter. Okay, so the conservation of biodiversity, you can see, there are several ways for Malaysia to conserve our biodiversity. So the first one is government. Responsibility of government lah. Government memang kena mainkan tanggungjawab mereka lah untuk memeliharakan biodiversity. Kalau government tak buat apa, macam mana rakyat akan buat? So government play the main roles to conserve the biodiversity. So the government should engage in public education and spread awareness on conservation, preservation of biodiversity to public. This point very general lah. And government should develop to the research activity in the conservation of biodiversity. Yang di paling penting lah. Not only education, but also they have to make a develop research activities. So that is why some of the university can provide the environmental study. So some university have the research. We have the research for the environment one. So especially for the conservation of biodiversity. Okay. The government also need to carry out sustainable development program to prevent the overexploitation occur. So government, if you want to develop a city, they have to have a sustainable development program. Ada satu polisi, sustainable development policy. Tak macam yang last decade they develop one places without sustainable development. Develop saja lah. Buat je lah. Tak kira itu alam sekitar punya lah. Environment tu tak kira lah. Polio lah. Tapi now we have to make a satu policy untuk sustainable development. You can develop the places, but at the same time you have to conserve the biodiversity. You have to take care of the environment also, not just exploit only. Exploit, but you can exploit without any control. Okay. And then the parts are gated, which managed by both state and federal government. Okay. And government should also take a legal action to destroy the biodiversity under the Environment Quality Act 1974. This is the act, the rules, undang akta peraturan undang yang negara kita ada untuk control the environment of in our country. Environmental Quality Act. Okay. Also, the environmental organization or NGO should make a campaign to educate public to save our earth environment. I think don't need to explain banyak. So the industry-based chemicals should be treated to non-harmful solution before being discharged into the river. Yang paling penting. The industry have to treatment first. So if you learn chemistry in semester 2, I think one type of electrochemistry, right? Ada satu electrochemistry, right? One type of electrochemistry that can treat the harmful substance become non-harmful before discharge into the river. So it can minimize the solution. The water that discharge into the river is not pollutant as the before without any treatment. And also the chemical fertilizer and pesticides should be avoided in excessive use in agriculture, encouraged to use biological control. And is more encouraged to use biological control rather using the chemical control. So biological control is more nature and not harmful to the environment, and also we can increase the product of the agriculture also. Okay, so we should follow the policy of organization sites that are ban hunting, capturing, and selling of endangered species. So, for as society, we have to follow. We have to ban. How to ban this? How to ban this? Tak mau beli barang-barang yang dibuat yang dihasilkan oleh endangered species lah, like tiger skin, crocodile skin, snake skin, atau elephant, teeth of elephant, semua tu tak mau beli. Awak tak beli, tak ada hunting lah, tak ada selling lah. Yang ni paling penting lah. Okay, then the last two is establish in situ by protecting the endangered species to breed their habitat, and establish ex situ by conserving biodiversity, human control setting like zoos. So this one, in situ ex situ, later I will explain. So in situ conservation is yang paling simple. Apa beza in situ dan ex situ? In situ is like taman negara. You conserve the biodiversity, select a one area like taman negara, but taman negara is the forest, right? You maintain the environment of that area. Awak tak destroy it, awak tak kacau dia, maintain je, awak tak kacau dia. Lah yang dalam area ni, if you think this area you cannot do anything that can destroy the environment. You cannot cut the tree, you cannot throw the rubbish, you cannot take out anything. You have to maintain it, the cleanness of the area. Like a hutan, but is protected. It is protected. Tak ada kacau langsung. But this is in situ, like taman negara. But ex situ is you conserve the biodiversity, but it is not maintain the forest. Tak ada macam semula tadi, but like a human controlling, like zoo lah. Zoo we conserve the organism, but like berangkat dalam satu area, semua area sahaja, like zoo lah. Zoo kalau awak tengok memang sangat kesian kan, kalau awak pergi zoo sangat kesian kan, mereka hanya ada satu tempat yang sempit sahaja. Itulah like zoo. Like in situ is the very big tempat one. The area is very big because it like a forest. Like taman negara is the forest. We maintain that forest. Protect them. But ex situ is we normally not care about the environment. We just want to protect that kind of animal, that kind of species one. Tak kisah lah environment tu dia macam mana, we just want to tangkap dia, berangkat kat sana sahaja. Like aquarium and zoo is under ex situ. Okay, so what are the importance of in situ? Okay, in situ tadi saya cakap in situ itu apa? In situ itu apa? Original habitat, right? Awak maintain dia, ada satu area, maintain dia semua benda. Maintain dia semua benda like a forest, but it is protected. So in situ conservation is the very organism are preserved and conserved in their original habitat. It is very original, like forest, very original one. And then it is important to study genetic diversity and protect the habitat of flora and fauna, and then facilitated scientific research, protect the soil and its fertility, and conserve nutrient storage and recycling of animal through biogeochemical cycle. Okay, yang ni first, yang ni second. So it also conserve nutrient storage and recycling. Yang ni sama, sorry it is a cheap way to preserve and conserve biodiversity. Yang ni memang cheap lah, kerana awak tak perlu risau banyak-banyak. Awak hanya risau satu saja. Ada apa activity illegal. You have to take care the illegal activity only. You have to make sure no illegal activity inside the base. You don't need to afraid about the food, afraid about the water, afraid about it. Tak perlu ni, kerana ini semua original one. original places for the organism. Okay, it makes the species are allowed to grow their natural environment. Memang natural punya. And it protect the endangered species to maintain their genetic diversity. It also provide natural sources like food and medicine. Memang natural. And it can educate the public to create awareness and maintain aesthetic breeding. It can provide the recreation and ecotourism. So, ini importance dia lah. Okay, next we'll go to the SC2. SC2 tu like 猪lah. Like 猪带兵、猪negara, 猪Johor, itulah.猪yang ni memang kesian untuk animal punya kerana awak terperangkap mereka dalam satu area yang kecil-kecil sahaja. So animal in situ conservation like very protected environment which is free of threat like predator and poaching. Yang ni memang tak ada orang kacau awak. But it is because it is very natural, so the prey and prey-predator process may occur also. Will occur also, prey-predator process. So tiger can eat the cow, sheep like that. But for situ memang tak ada lah. Awak memang sangat safe punya, kerana tak ada predator kacau awak. Memang awak sangat safe punya. But you do not have freedom lah. Awak tak ada freedom lah. Awak je berangkat dalam satu tempat je. And SC2 conservation efforts are mostly viable for small populations. So the population is very small. And this makes it easier for monitoring the health of the organism. If any disease or sickness appear among the endangered species, they can be quickly addressed. So in SC2, more the important is if have disease occur, if the animal is sick, it can easier to detect. But for this, it difficult to detect because the area is very big. Even the animal is sick or not, you also don't know. If you already realize the animal is sick already, maybe it's already sick for the several days. But for this, it is very easier to monitor. If has sick, you can quickly to give a treatment for them. And then the selective breeding program can improve the quality of an animal or plant species, can reduce the risk of interbreeding. This method to breeding allow human intervention in the reproduction. Yang ni untuk selective breeding. So if the SC2, it is more easier to do the selective breeding program and more easier to make a research according to selective breeding. But for in situ is very difficult because in situ the area is very big. It's very big. You cannot. It's difficult to determine that and control that. But SC2, because the area is very small and you are very easier to control them. Okay, and then the animal can be safe in the event of a natural disaster. Natural disaster can easily wipe out important organisms in affected region. So also natural disaster like earthquake, tsunami, typhoon, the animal can be protected lah. Compared to the in situ. In situ, maybe you have earthquake and tsunami, even also the flooding also may affected in situ. But SC2 no need to worry that because you are very protected sangat baik-baik macam baby punya. Sangat awak dijaga sangat baik punya. An endangered animal can be bred to increase their population where organisms are threatened of extinction. So yang SC2, especially for the endangered organism, they can breed and control easily. The SC2 organisms are helpful in providing researchers of the ability to do close study of the animal. This may be relative difficult in our other environment where the animal roam freely. So yang ni lah easier to make a research compared to SC2. Di situ kerana area dia sangat besar, kalau awak nak observe them memang susah kan. But SC2 area dia sikit, so if you want to observe, sangat senang je. Okay, so that's it for this video and that's it for this chapter. So finally, the chapter 14 STPM Biology Semester 3 for chapter 1 is finished. So hopefully this video can help you to understand, and hopefully this chapter 14 series video can help you to understand also the whole chapter topic. So you can scan this feedback form so that I know what problem. And I think every video I have post this Q&A paper, so hopefully you guys can scan it, so I know what are the problem and what are the question you have made for the video I made, so I can make an improvement for our future video. So thanks for watching. Thank you. See you for next chapter. Bye bye.